4.22 Corio, Thomson 5.35. Grigg and Savanka in the ruck. Grigg gets it down. Williams is coming off the midfield, can't take it with him. Neither can Savanka again. Gardner kick off the ground by Cousins. Back towards Grigg, still in the centre of the ground. Bigham in the middle also, leaves the footy behind. Through the middle again, Grigg a third time. Can he take it with him? No, the umpire said play on holding the ball. I thought he was going to say holding the ball.
I thought he might have said high tackle.
No,
because
he didn't say anything except holding the ball to him, and it will be a ball up. So just on the forward of the centre circle for Thomson, kicking to the southern end of the second term. Grigg goes up, Savanka got it down, punched on by Lazarick, only as far as Dowie. Kick off a step to back to centre half forward. Roberts from behind, King at the front, did well to stand his ground. Now he needs to be good. Gage comes through on hands and knees, tried to get it away, did King. Oh, great pick up by who was that? That was Rickett, but only as far as the goal square and through from Nick Maharis. It was too, who picked the ball up from the pack, turned it around over the shoulder and kicked the goal.
I told you got to kick goal.
So Nick Maharis kicks his first, and a quick start to the second term for Thomson. They go to 6.5.41. They lead Corio 3.4.22. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard.
I think Roberts deserves a compliment there. He put enormous pressure on the ball carrier, Laurie, and turned it over, and Nick Maharis picked it up basically in the middle of the pack.
Well, I think the bloke needs a bit of credit. He didn't get the ball out. It was a big fellow. He had 3 attempts.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good effort for a guy that's probably 6'4", and that just shows the importance. When you've got big guys like that working so hard around the footy, it makes it spill out. If it's going to spill out, your running players are going to run onto it.
In the middle, umpire to put the ball in the air once again. First goal for the quarter to Thomson. Grigg, good second effort, got it down. Gardner, lovely handball, don't know who to, picked up by Cousins. Handball to Ricky O'Toole. Has a bounce, runs to the centre circle, runs a long way, has another bounce. Now he's turned it over, tried to do too much as Lazarick tries to come in and support him, getting out of trouble. McLeod picks it up for Thomson, gets a kick only as far as a nest of Corio players. Panther does well. Got some support from Gage. Handball to Timmy Gardner. Doesn't know where to go, who to kick to. Nick Maharis, a mark he perhaps should have taken. Oh, Leslie off the ground. If you'd have seen Johnson's kick last week, it was identical to that for Footscray. Unfortunately, Leslie missed. So behind to Thomson. Great try, 6.42. They lead Corio 3.4.22. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 2.5 minutes gone.
Mostert waits no time to kick it back in, but tried to find Andrew Williams, couldn't do so. He had 3 times against him. One was Adam Leslie, turned around and kicked the goal from 50 metres out. So, a 0.1 second and 30 seconds later kicks a goal. His second of the afternoon, and for Thomson, their 7th. They go to 7.6.48. They lead Corio 3.4.22. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 3 minutes played.
Laura, this is identical to last week in the fact that Thomson dominate the first half of each quarter.
Yeah, they might have a bit of a rest there. It might be a mental problem there, I think. I'm sure, but I'm pretty impressed with Leslie. They warned me that they recruited a pretty good player, and last week he probably wasn't as good, but in these good games, the good players stand up.
They reckon his brother could play a bit at Newcombe as well, so good family there. As the ball goes in the middle again, Grigg gets a tap down to nobody, picked up by Savanka now in the ruck. Off a step, kicks to half forward. Baker leads in the race to the footy, turns on the left foot for Corio, hooks it back towards the centre half forward position. Bolchevic can't control the footy. Tackle on the player there, perhaps no prior opportunity, said the umpire. So free kick, at least no free kick. The umpire put the ball in the air, 35 metres directly in front of the Corio goal. Ball goes up again. Grigg has got down, lovely tap down on as far as Baker. He eludes a couple of tackles, gets it on the left foot, goes towards the full forward position, but Denneman there takes the chest mark 15 metres out from the defensive goal as he now looks for options. Gee, there's not a lot of movement there. Decides to go to the western side. The lead there from Leslie. He's having a good day so far. Takes the comfortable mark there. Led to it well. And on half-back flank, Leslie for Thomson. About to continue the play. Got Bowman on the mark. Decides to go backwards to the coach. That'll get him a game next week. So Harriet now. Half-back flank. Kicks long to the centre of the ground. Looking for Roberts in front. Cousins. Whether it's a mark for a kick or whatever, Cousins has got the footy. So centre of the ground here at Corio. Cousins for Corio now. Looking for options. Umpire whistles into play on. He chips it short and finds Williams. So Corio back to the old-fashioned possession game. They're only going 20 metres, but they've still got the footy. Handball to Ricky O'Toole. He kicks long to the full forward position. Good battle back there. Daniels out-muscled Barry O'Toole, but I tell you what, he didn't win the war because Barry O'Toole picks it up, ran to the goal square, and has kicked his third. So I guess, Laurie, the old adage, you hold your feet in a contest and you've got a chance of doing something, and Barry O'Toole did that. He's kicked their fourth, 3 to him. 4-4-28 Corio, 7-6-48 Thomson. Rotors bingo, second quarter scoreboard. We've been going 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, I don't know who's on the bench for Thomson, and they'll have to think about probably putting someone else other than Stevie Daniels on Barry O'Toole, I think, because he's already kicked 3 goals. I know Leslie's having a good day. I don't know whether you would put him up there, but he's the type of player that I would probably, if I was Thomson, give Dowie a go there, see how he goes. He's a good player.
We're going to coach one day, you and I, Laurie.
We might have a dash.
Because I was thinking the same thing. You've done well. Back to the middle.
We're back to the middle without a footy.
Oh, good. Well, that's all right. Well, we've got a bit of time to talk about Eric's fan club then at quarter time. You had some fans come up at quarter time, Eric?
Yes. His name was O'Toole, apparently.
Oh, really?
So he introduced himself.
A relative.
He enjoys our TV show.
Right.
On whatever night of the week it is.
I hope he enjoyed my commentary there, because that's how I couldn't hardly get a word in between you two guys. It took all my concentration.
So we're back in the middle with the ball, Savenka and Grigg once again. Grigg tapped down to Highland. Highland quick hands to Riley. Came to Highland again. He's looking for support out wide. Gets it through McLeod. He's tackled. Gets the foot to the footy eventually to half forward Mostert. Does well there this time on Leslie. Right, almost back to the full back position. Ruck. He's fiddling for the footy. Can't find it. Now we've got Stacks on the mill. And 35 metres out directly in front of the Thomson goal. The umpire will put the ball in the air. Savenka, he's got down there. I think the ruck work will be left for Thomson in the hands of Roberts as Grigg sits a kick behind the game. This time Savenka, clear tap down for Corio. Overrunning the footy was Collins. Gets the ball out to Williams. Williams to Savenka by hand. Off a step, he kicks the ball to centre wing. Out there, great mark, Ricky O'Toole. Play on. There's touched off the boot. Umpire, good call. Has the ball now on half-back flank for Corio, but Thomson working very, very hard to try to keep it there. Ruck, kick smothered, ball over the boundary line. Centre wing, just forward of centre wing in front of the change rooms here at Corio. 7 minutes gone, 7-6 Thomson, 4-4 Corio.
So boundary throw in, left half forward flank for the Tigers. Gage to the ruck work. Up against Savenka. Savenka from the back, but only as far as McLeod. Got around on the right boot now. He ran a long way. Right foot kick to a vacant square. Panther to get back there. And Cornwall. Cornwall leads, and he can't push it through. Panther held his feet. Can he get around and kick the goal? Yes, he can. That's a great goal. Ross Panther turned around, kicked it with his left, and has kicked his third of the afternoon. And the 8th for Thomson. They go to 8-6-54. They lead Corio 4-4-28. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, and we've been playing 8 minutes.
Yeah, well, it's certainly a bit of
sweet, didn't he?
There was certainly a bit of skill in there.
Yeah.
Cornwall tried his hardest to push it through and couldn't achieve that. But I think the work over in that half-forward flank there for Thomson is very good. They kept a lot of pressure on. The forwards kept the footy in, and that's an advantage of working hard in your forward zone. If you keep the footy there, you get more opportunities to butter up, and they certainly did that and got an opportunity to kick the goal.
So the ball in the middle and in the air again for Grigg. Lovely tap down. Stolen by O'Toole, handball to Lazarick, handball to Williams. Williams runs a long way, gets the foot to the footy, long kick into full forward. Barry O'Toole, there's certainly got to be a move there. Far too strong, far too talented for Stevie Daniels, and took the overhead mark. 15 metres, 45 degree angle. He's already got 3, and really the answering goal is perhaps going to come far too quickly for the Thomson side, as Barry O'Toole now. He's gone back a long way, as he always does. Comes in. We've only got to watch Barry. He runs around. I'll tell you what. I think he's made a bit of a meal of that. No, he's happy with it. Is the goal umpire is happy? He is. So I should have watched Barry. He knows. That's his 4th, and the 5th for Corio. 5-4-34. They lead Thomson 8-6-54. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 9 minutes gone. Quickly, we've got quarter time scores. There's some interesting scores here, guys. Belpost still 1-3. Winchelsea 7 goals 6. Werribee Central's 5-1. North Geelong 6 goals straight. East Geelong 5-6. Anarchy yet to score. Belmont Lions 4-3. Bannockburn 5-3. And Inverleigh 2-5. And Geelong West 2-2.
The quarter time scores another round 7 games this afternoon. Back here at Shell Reserve, Greg got it down. O'Toole up against Highland. Broke free, got the hands around and got the kick away too towards centre wing. Dowie leads in the race of the football. Handball to Gardner along centre wing. Goes to the outside of the right boot towards half forward. Leslie Mostert kept his feet. So did Rickett across there close to the boundary line. Measures the pass and it's okay. Finds Bigham in front of McLeod. Takes the mark. Still a half-back flank for Corio. Holds the ball now. Ricky Bigham looks for a lead. Walton gives him one. He goes in that direction and a bit shorter of that Lazarick as well. He picks it up on the second attempt. Handball. He was out of bounds when he went for the handball, so we'll have a throw in. And centre wing on the outer side. We'll be having a boundary throw in for Savanka and Grigg. Throws it in now. The boundary umpire. Grigg goes up. Savanka got it down. Walton. And coming across also McLeod. Stands in the tackle, got the hands free. O'Connor had it and lost it. Under pressure from Savanka, the big man did well and saw it over the boundary line for another throw in. Just the hit outs, Laurie. He's not as dominant as he was last week, Greg, is he?
He's certainly not, and Ricky's pretty wise to him, thinking just at this point of time. He's shark two from the centre bounces, and they're pretty crucial for the Thomson side. They've got to get them out of there.
Savanka got it down to Charles, who ran onto it. Bigham, though, missed the target with the handball. He kicks around the corner towards half forward, coming at it. McLeod did well, trapped it, needs to get away. Handball to O'Connor, put him under pressure. Got the kick away towards the centre wing. Gardner running back with a fly to the ball with Cousins. Great pick up. Leslie, cool and control. Right foot kick to Nick Maharis, who can't take the mark. Cornwall, great play off the pack. Got the kick around the corner. Gardner and Mostert made up a lot of ground. Took a great mark. Michael Mostert, inside defensive 50, has taken a grab. He's got Bigham short. And not much else at the moment.
I noticed a fair way off the ball. Ricky O'Toole getting some treatment on a neck or shoulder from the trainers.
Charles, good lead. Took the mark. Gave it away by hand to Cousins. He chips the ball over the top also to Lazarick. Takes the mark in front of Riley. Still in the centre of the ground. Going towards the northern end. Lazarick now, right foot kick, long lead on from Barry O'Toole. Aitchison's got the job on him, punched away to the front. Highland coming at it, Bolshevik had it, lost it. Highland had it and got it and gave it away to Dowie. Can run onto it and goes from the middle with the right foot kick towards Nick Maharis up against Ruck. One-on-one, getting across there, Cornwall in support also for Corio. Needs to try and get around. Nick Maharis comes at him, bears down, but gets the kick around the corner to Cousins, and it was okay. Took the mark in front of Gardner. Half-back flank, just inside defensive 50. Switches play towards the middle. Bigham does well, makes up some ground, takes the mark in front of Leslie and O'Connor. Centre half back, Bigham chips the ball towards Andrew Williams, runs on. Oh, Harriet came at him, handball over the top to Walton, back to Williams, runs through the centre, now he handballs over the top to Bowman, handball over the top to Ricky O'Toole, runs the other way, goes to the right foot kick from half forward, can nearly kick the goal from there, right foot kick, has done exactly that.
Oh, shocking kick off the boot.
And Ricky O'Toole has put his first on the board, and for Corio, that is their sixth. They go to 6-4-40 and they trail Thomson 8-6-54. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 13 minutes played.
There's just too many people doing it, like the old helicopter spin, that they seem to be going through the goals at all levels of footy. I thought it was a fairly ordinary looking kick.
Yeah, it did the job, there's no doubt about that. And that's when Ricky's, that's where he hurts you. When he gets inside that 50, he goes forward and he kicks goals, and that's what he's got to do.
Ball in the middle again. Greg and Savanka, neither got a clear tap away on that occasion. Picked up there in the middle by Collins, over the top, taken by Highland. Handball to Greg. Handball, it was a bit fortunate to Riley. Handball finally to Baxter. Baxter, the long kick and a full forward. Oh, Nick Maharis edged his opponent under the ball very nicely. Ball picked up there by Roberts. Handball to Panther. Off a step, can he? No. He can't bring it back. And the mark taken behind the line by Leslie. As a behind off the boot there of Ross Panther, 3-3 off his boot. It takes Thomson to 8-7-55. They lead Corio 6-4-40. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 14 minutes gone.
Kicking by Cousins, found Bowman. Takes the mark and goes towards centre wing with a kick. One-on-one, Ricky O'Toole against Highland. Ricky O'Toole made sure the umpire found the free kick for over the shoulder. And the coach of Corio looking for 50 as well, but didn't get it. So at centre wing, Ricky O'Toole with the football.
Spud's not happy. It was a free kick, I think, in my opinion.
Well, I think Ricky probably helped it by grabbing the arm and pulling it down.
Goes to the right foot kick wide, looking for Collins. It's a great kick and a great lead from Collins. Gives it away by hand to Williams. Ran along the boundary line, held it up and then tried to keep it in. McLeod did pretty well. Denneman handball back to O'Connor. Handball to Riley, standing start. Turns around and kicks it blind to centre wing. Now Ricky O'Toole with a sit, goes up. Can't take the mark. Roberts coming in. King was there as well and can run back towards half forward with the kick now long towards O'Toole. Use the body against Aitchison. Coming at it also Baker. Can't take it with him. Daniels pushed him in the back. He's having a dark day at the moment, Stevie Daniels. He's seen 4 goals kicked on him by Barry O'Toole. He switches to Baker and pushes him in the back.
He's going to double the dose.
And we'll shoot for goal now from 30 metres out. And Paul Baker.
He's probably one bloke they've missed early in the season, Baker, because he was a key player in the finals last year. Can run.
So Paul Baker now. The northern end, 30 metres out. Daniel stands the mark. Comes in now. Right foot kick looks pretty good off the boot. The goal umpire says it's straight through the middle. So Paul Baker has kicked his first, and for Corio, that's their 7th. They go to 7-4-46. And they cut the margin again. Thomson 8-7-55. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 16 minutes played.
Yeah,
Crackerjack game live so far.
It certainly is, Eric. And there was a great execution of a goal, wasn't he? Split the middle.
As we noticed, Matty Cullen coming back on with Bolshevik coming off, and I think McLeod off and Randall on for Thomson. So ringing the changes through the interchange bench, both sides trying to keep midfielders fresh as the ball goes up once again. Greg this time gets the tap down. Highland can't control it. Greg following up, gets the footing himself, kicks it on the left foot wide to centre wing. Numbers with Thomson. Can't keep the ball in, unfortunately, as Gage just about got to it. I thought perhaps a bit of a misunderstanding there. Thomson players both going half tilt and the ball just ambled over the line in front of them. So centre wing in front of the change rooms here at Corio. Neither ruckman get a touch on the footy. Comes to ground, picked up there by Riley, off a step. Good reading of the football by Mostert for Corio on half back and takes the chest mark. Looking to switch play, decides against it. In fact, he's not too sure where he's going to go. He's got Rickett in the middle, decides to go straight down the ground. Good looking kick. Up high there, mark not taken by Denneman. Over the top, Timmy Gardner taps it down to Grigg, but coming through Lazary, kick off the ground. Corio in here, picked up by Baker. Open goal in front of him. Oh, had more time than he realised, I think. Didn't straighten up sufficiently and has missed to the left. Bad miss there, Laurie.
Yeah, I probably wasn't aware where he was. Could have straightened up, had all the time in the world. They got that up there very, very quickly, and as you said before, Eric, he had a little bit of pace in that forward line, and he's pretty slippery.
Corio 7-5, trail Thomson 8-7, Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 17.5 minutes.
Daniels kicked in only as far as Walton, though. Back to whence it came. Daniels takes the mark. Kicked a kick between the two of them. He takes the mark outside the 10-metre square. Now switches play to Acoli on left half back. Draws Lazarick, goes back in ball with a kick to Roberts, has to set and wait. King over his head as well, coming at it Cousins and Ricky O'Toole. Ricky O'Toole surrounded, now in trouble, loses the football, gets it free. Rickett stands his ground, does well, handball to King, then handball back towards Ruck. He's kicked towards the safety of the boundary line, not much to kick to, and he's done pretty well in the end. That was probably the best option, and it will be a throw in centre wing.
He's doing quite a fair job, Ruck, on Nick Maharis at the moment. That's a good contest.
Yeah, and Nick's starting to drift a little bit off the ground for his kicks, and I'm not sure whether that's the right way to go about playing centre forward.
Collins tapped it in towards Cullen, got it back to Collins. Now goes with a little left foot kick, looking for Walton. Couldn't find him though. Harriet coming the other way, kicks it high towards Maharis and Ruck. O'Toole's up there as well, off hands. Highland at the back did well. Coming at it, Stavanker and also Ruck. He gets a clear passage, but then can't take the ball with him.
Yeah, good call, umpire.
And it was out of bounds, and it will be a boundary throw in, still centre wing. So it's 8-7-55. Thomson Corio 7-5-47. Boundary throw in, Savanka in front, taps it over the back. Denneman got it down to O'Connor, handballed it quickly to Riley. Great smother, Cousins. Bowman got it away by hand to Cullen. Laterally towards Bigham was a great kick. Bigham to run onto it at centre half forward. Right foot kick lead on from O'Toole over his head. He's a bit better turner than H, you'd think. Runs into the goal square. Can he kick it off the ground? He went for the free kick and got it. And Baker kicked the goal as the advantage was paid. So Baker's second. And for Corio there, 8. They got 8-5-53. And they just trail Thomson now, 8-7.55. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 20 minutes played.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt about Barry. A bit of a handful to play on. He's a pretty skillful player, and you call it beautifully there, Jason. H, turns around like that ship I was on a few weeks ago, and Barry can turn around on the footers, and he got around there very quickly, and the umpire actually awarded him a free kick. It was just that Baker was able to run on and drop the ground and kick it through, and rightly so, paid the advantage for the goal.
So back in the middle, umpire to put the ball in the middle. I think Savanka's doing well in there. This time Grigg gets a tap down to Gardner. Handball out wide to nobody. Running onto the footy is Leslie. Can't pick it up, but kicks it long in front of him. Corio now, they've done well to arrest the footy, although good work. Gets a handball there to Leslie. Handballs from Maharis to Highland. Highland now, the leads come from Panther. Beautiful kick, beautiful lead. That's great footy when you see that happening. The full forward leading out. Player kicks the footy into space in front of him and runs in and takes the comfortable chest mark. Panther 3-3 to his name. Man on the mark is 40 metres out. Not a great angle to think about as he moves in there. Panther for Thomson. That's a nice looking kick. That's gone right over the goal umpire's head. That's goal number 4. And what a great spectacle. Both full forwards, 4 goals apiece, Panther and O'Toole. But it is the 9th for Thomson. 9-7-61. They lead Corio 8-5-53. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 21 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, I like Ross Panther when he's in the goal square leading out. He's a beautiful leader of the footy. He knows when to judge the lead, and when you had a guy like Highland who does deliver the ball pretty well, it's a pretty good bit of play there. Was Maharis handball to Highland in a bit of a tight spot out, and Christian did have enough time just to make sure, and I think that lead, he probably had 10 metres on Cornwall, and that was certainly a sensational bit of play.
So back to the middle, umpire throws the ball in the air, Grigg and Walton. Walton gets it down, Cullen off the wing, can't take it with him. Highland, Lazarick to come onto it as well, did pretty well over the top. O'Connor got a hand to it, Nick Maharis through the middle. Cornwall, free kick paid, umpire said too high to Nick Maharis against Ricky O'Toole, and Nick Maharis will take the free kick in the middle of Shell Reserve. And just holds the ball up. Leslie says long. He can't probably kick it that far. Gage to go up against a couple of Corio players. Oh, front and centre was O'Connor. Good tackle play on, said the umpire. Panther, kick over the shoulder, goal. Easy as that. Goal number 5 for Ross Panther.
Why isn't that Holden dropping the ball?
Why is that not dropping the ball? Thomson 10-7-67. Corio 8-5-53. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 22 minutes played.
They're really not giving the tackler any credit at all.
No, exactly right, Eric. There was probably a free kick there, definitely holding the ball. I think he was probably, it was O'Connor, wasn't it? Probably playing for a bit of a free kick as well, but yeah, sometimes you wonder, don't you? but it was a nice bit of work from Panther. He's certainly a headache up there. 5 goals to half time. That's a pretty good outing. This is against top quality.
I think they've made the change. It looks like
Rickett on him
now put onto him, and he's developed as a great defending young Steve Rickett.
Well, he's filled out beautifully. I thought before he looks great.
Well, magnificent tap down there by Grigg, but not to advantage for Thomson as the Corio on ballers work very, very hard in the middle. They only get the ball 10 metres toward their goal, however.
He's got the niggle thing down pat too now, Rickett.
He has got it nicely, hasn't he?
Like a true defender.
I just suggest he's developed very nicely in 12 months. Up in the middle, Greg, beautiful tap down to Gardner. Can't go with the footy. Highland gets the footy up, can't get it out clear. Ricky O'Toole breaks his way through the pack. There's great tackling in the middle. Harriet, great handball through the middle to Highland. Has it bounced? He kicks it low to centre half forward. I think it was meant for Panther, but it was taken by Gage. Noel Riley's in the goal square on his own. He doesn't have to. Oh, Rickett just touched it right on the line. So a rush behind there to Thomson. 10-8-68. They lead Corio 8-5-53. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard. 24 minutes gone.
Cousins kicked it into the back pocket, found Rickett. He measures the pass towards Mostert, took the mark at half back, played on quickly, got around Baxter. Right foot kick, didn't go where it was supposed to, only as far as a Coley. Got it back towards Gage at centre half forward, off hands at the back. Riley, can he get away? No, he can't. That's dropping the ball. Umpire says play on Williams now from half back. He chips the ball over the top towards Walton. The big man has to be good here against 3. A Coley, handball to O'Connor, off a step, measures the pass over the head of Riley, past a couple, going the other way. Rickett did well. Kick back to whence it came. Roberts needs to... Oh, good mark out of the hands of Mostert. Play on, said the umpire. You're going to be joking. And the umpire says it's his at half forward.
He ain't joking.
Gee, Willikers. You have to do. And it'll be a ball up. Right half forward flank for Thomson. Roberts do the ruck work against Walton. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Roberts got it down. Tapped on by Leslie to Nick Maharis to run onto it. 40 metres out. Needs to pick it up. Gets around on the right and the left and then got it way to Highland from 50 back to the centering kick towards Panther. Can't take it with him. Gage at the back of the pack. Collins needs to get around Riley. Wants King in support. Handball towards the boundary line. Gage, can he keep it in the big man? Yes, he can. King, though, worked pretty hard to get back in front. Does he get a free kick? Yes, he does, over the shoulder. And we'll take the free kick in the last line of defence for Corio. In the left back pocket. Matthew King got the football along the line at half back. Looking for Anderson. Punched away by Dowie. Baxter at the back. Got around Bowman. Goes to the left foot kick. Back to half forward. Collins, though, read it better. Took the mark. Pretty slippery out there, too, close to the boundary line. And we'll now drive it along the line to centre wing again. The lead's on from Cullen. Goes in that direction. Was it Denneman who took the mark? Worked his way to the front. Did well and took the mark. So on centre wing, Nathan Denneman. Chips the ball to Dowie. Goes long with a kick to centre half forward. Roberts from behind, bigger, can't take the mark. Gage, through the middle, Gardner, rode a bump, got around 7, as he usually does. Handballs it back 30 metres to Riley. Right foot kick towards Leslie, over his head, Baxter in the gun here, 20 metres out, closing, and kicks the goal.
Thought he was a defender.
So Chris Baxter has kicked his first, so did Andrew Aitchison. But Thomson's 11th, they go to 11.874. They lead Corio 8.553. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 26 minutes played.
Laurie, this is a better all-quarter performance by Thomson. Like they're keeping up the effort rather than a good start and fighting away toward the finish. Yeah, well,
they seem to have they're doing quite well around the middle. I just think at this time Griggs pushing his ball a little bit more to the Thomson players. They seem to have been cutting out Ricky a little bit there, where he was going a little bit towards Ricky.
I think Christian Highland's doing a great job.
Don't worry about Dan O'Connor being the best player in the team. I'll tell you, Christian Highland's their best by a long way.
Good player as the ball goes down. Beautiful tap from Greg to O'Connor, but Cousins, he stole it in the middle, coming across Dowie, handball to Harriet. Harriet does well, lost the trousers, but gets the kick out wide on centre wing. It's picked up there by Randall on centre wing. Oh, free kick, Leslie. Surely umpire as it comes to ground. O'Connor, handball over the top to Timmy Gardner. He eludes a tackle, chips it short. Roberts called to play on by the umpire. Didn't reckon it's 15, but Roberts from 50 around the body. It's still in play. Rickett read it well. He's got, great tackle there by Ross Panther. And he's earned the free kick from the umpire. Terrific tackle. He just corralled him, didn't he? And couldn't let him get past. And great tackle. He is outside the boundary. In fact, he's just about to climb the fence, I think, as Panther is in the forward pocket.
In Cry Village.
He's just about. He's going for the check side. Would be a great kick to score from there. He's gone right across the face of goal, and the defence are prepared to concede there. They've pushed it through for behind to Thomson. 11 goals, 9.75, Thomson. They lead Corio 8.553. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard.
Here we go again.
Oh, the kick into Rickett. He was good enough, though, this time from Matthew King's kick into stand around Leslie, and then take a bounce, go from half back to centre wing. Highland takes the mark in front of Anderson. Now Christian Highland on centre wing. Chips the ball to Baxter. Takes the mark. Still on centre wing.
I think that little altercation he had with Ricky O'Toole really woke Spud up.
Nick Maharis goes up at the point of the centre square at half forward, takes the mark, then switches to Grigg in the middle and also Akoli. Akoli takes the mark, now goes long. Terrible kick off the boot. Going to bounce just inside the 10 metre or outside the 10 metre square. Lazarick gets there first, close to the boundary line. Oh, he runs into Panther again.
He's run into trouble, I reckon.
And held to him, said the umpire. And a ball up in the forward pocket for Thomson once again. So close to the boundary line. Gage to do the ruck work up against Rickett. Gage again, the big man, handballs it away to go to Panther, close to the line. In fact, can't keep it in. And we will have a boundary throw-in, about 15 metres around from the Thomson goal. And they lead 11.975, Corio 8.553, late stage of the second term. Boundary throw-in. Rickett takes it out of the ruck contest, gets a clearing kick towards half-back. Bowman went up with one hand, couldn't take the mark, up against Randall, close to the boundary line. Can't keep it in. And now just outside 50. We'll have a boundary throw-in. So Gage worked his way down. to do the ruck work for Thomson. Walton doing the ruck work for Corio. Thrown in now. Maharis is there also. Gets it with a big left fist towards the boundary line again. Cornwall. Keeping it in was Riley. Tried to give it away by hand to Gardner. Cornwall's there again. Short to O'Toole. Handball back to Collins was okay at 50. Goes with a kick outside 50. There was nothing to kick to. And it will be a boundary throw in centre wing. On the outer side, 4 Thomson players there. They could have raffled it if had stayed in, but a good kick in the end by Collins to find touch.
There's no doubt it was deliberate loss, but to be a brave umpire to give that.
I'm just actually watching Spud Highland and Ricky O'Toole. He's playing pretty close to Ricky in this quarter and getting a fair bit of the footy himself.
So the ball now, centre wing, 30 minutes gone, second quarter. Comes in from the boundary umpire. Timmy Gardner stole it from the throw-in. Thomson just almost a rugby scrum. They're trying to work it forward, but Corio are trying to hold them up. There's some fierce tackling in there. It's Highland come to Highland. Chips it through the pack. O'Connor, lovely handball back to Grigg. Inside 50, a huge kick from the big man. It's very close, but I think he's missed to the right. Huge kick there, and only behind. So an opportunity gone begging. 11-10, 76 Thomson. 8-5-53 Corio. Raiders bingo, second quarter scoreboard, 30.5 minutes gone.
Mostert, straight down the middle, looking for Walton or push. Lazarick from behind. Took the mark, said the umpire.
He didn't pay the mark from behind out here.
So, Lazarick from centre half back. Got Cornwall short. Uses him. Cornwall to run it now. Inside the centre square. Goes towards half forward. Going up Baker. Good mark. At half forward now. Kick around the corner, terrible. Denneman turned around, took the mark at half back. Settles the play down for Thomson. Goes towards the wing, looking for Riley in front of Baker. Takes the mark easily. And they move the ball possibly to Leslie. Maharis says along the line. No, he chips the ball to Leslie, goes up. One hand, can't take the mark. Cornwall, he had the ball and then lost it. Leslie stands in the tackle, loses it now, picks it up again. Handball to Grigg, the big man. Off a step, tumbling punt towards Panther at full forward. Can't take the mark, front and centre. Coming out was Rickett, did pretty well. Then took his eye off the ball, then got tackled and needs to have some support. Mostert gave it to him. Handball though only as far as Leslie. Handball towards Gardner. Kick with the outside of the right boot. And he's kicked for touch and found it. It's a boundary throw in right forward pocket.
Timmy's not the best kicker I've ever seen.
Timmy's got no left foot.
Timmy will tell you he's got no left foot.
Tried the check side. The only problem is the direction wasn't real good.
So, boundary throwing in Thomson's right forward pocket.
I suppose the blessing was, Loz, it landed in the further play.
That's
so
right.
they've still got the ball there.
So, throw in. Rickett up against Gage. Maharis got it down to the back of the pack. Gardner, there's his right foot again. This time he's kicked it out of bounds on the full, has he? Yes, he has. He made a better fist of it this time. And Corio will take the free kick through Matthew King. So, Tom Harriott marshalling the troops from centre half back. You might be able to hear him. He's about 150 metres from the play and he's marshalling troops. He's doing nicely to make sure they pick them all up. So King now goes to a one-on-one between Highland and Ricky O'Toole. Highland from behind, Ricky O'Toole punch at the front to Dowie. Gets around on the right boot and measures it to Leslie and takes the mark and will shoot for goal from 40 metres out, 45-degree angle.
The delivery by hand and foot under pressure, Thompson's been very good, Loz.
It's been very good. There's no doubt about that. Big quarter from Christian Highland, though. He's had a sensational second quarter and he's cut Ricky pretty all right out of the game.
So as with the first term, there will be a kick at the siren. Ross Panther had it at quarter time. Now Adam Leslie, 40 metres out from goal for Thomson. He comes in now at the southern end. And John Cousins stands the mark. He comes in with the right foot straight through the middle by Adam Leslie. His third of the afternoon. And for Thomson, that is their 12th. They go to 12, 10.82. And they lead Corio 8-5-53. In that turn, they kick 7 goals, 5 Thomson, while Corio managed 5 goals, 1. And the goal kickers for the Tigers, 5 to Ross Panther, 3 to Adam Leslie, and singles to Andrew Aitchison, Chris Baxter, Nick Maharis and Todd McLeod, while for Corio, 4 to Barry O'Toole, 2 to Paul Baker, and singles to Ricky O'Toole and Lee Savanka. But at half-time, it is Thomson by 29 points over Corio. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the second half action of our Matchday Live coverage this afternoon between Corio and Thomson. You're listening to 94.7, The Pulse, your home of local football.